Awesome. Welcome to Vinyasa Sculpt. As always, I'm Kat. We are going to spend 45 minutes trying, as Thomas said, a bunch of new things, see if anything sticks. And we'll get started today with a new sequence beginning in Supta Baddha Konasana pose. So bring the soles of your feet to touch, spread your knees out nice and wide, and slowly lower your upper body down to the ground, placing your right hand on your belly and your left hand at your heart. Close your eyes and just take stock of how you're feeling today. Maybe do a body scan beginning at your toes, up your shins to your knees, down your thighs to your hips, up your stomach to your chest, shoulders, arms, and hands. Don't forget about your head. And as we lie here, just begin to cultivate your breath. Breathing deeply in and out through your nose, sealing your lips at the top and bottom of every breath. Beautiful. This pose, or any kind of seated pose, is welcome to be your base throughout the entire class. If you're ever feeling overheated, come to have a seat on your feet, or ditch the open mouth breaths, ditch the closed mouth breaths to begin to release some heat. While we're lying here, shimmy your shoulders underneath your heart to give it a little bit of a boost, a little more gentle cushion. Take note of your stomach rising and falling, your chest rising and falling with every breath. And sink a little deeper into your mat. Nice. Slowly blink your eyes open, take in your space again, maybe with a lighter gaze, softer eyes. And bring your feet to the mat, preparing for a bridge pose so your knees are over your ankles. Bring your arms down by your sides, no longer touching your stomach and your heart. And inhale, rise your hips up in line with your knees. Use your heels to really dig your thighs and hips nice and high. Keep them close together, so pretend there's a block in between your thighs, heating them up. Can you get even higher? Engaging those glutes, powerful muscles here. Again, work to shimmy your shoulders underneath your heart to give it a bigger cushion here. Maybe you find a basket grip behind your back with your hands to do so. Puff up even taller. Shifting your weight into your left leg, bring your right leg up to the sky, pointing up to the ceiling. One-legged bridge. And slowly pulse here. Just tiny, gentle pulses with your hips. I know this is kind of a lot. Big cardio movements for the beginning of class, big strength movements. So open mouth breaths if needed. Point or flex your toes to activate that entire right leg. Just tiny pulses here for 4, 3, hold it at the top, and 2, and 1, hold it for just a few seconds. What happens when you lift your left heel off the ground? Maybe you keep it low. Practice with fooling around with different postures. See what feels good. Point and flex the top toes. Have fun with this. This is your practice, so make of it as you will. Slowly bring the right foot back down to the ground, keeping the hips up nice and high. Extend the left leg up and long towards the ceiling this time. Again, point or flex the toes to activate the whole leg, and take little pulses here. Tiny, tiny pulses. Breathing deeply. Yes, you can. These are micro movements designed to heat up your thigh, your glute, your stomach, your leg. Whoo! Yes, you can. Just for 4, 3, find stillness, in 2, and 1, find stillness. Can you send those hips even higher? 1 inch, maybe lift the right heel, maybe don't, maybe flex the toes if you were pointing them, or pointing the toes if you were flexing them. And slowly set the foot down, holding bridge just for a few more seconds here. This is a hard and hot start to class. I recognize that. And slowly lower your hips back down, sweet release. Bring your knees in close to your chest, maybe slowly rock and roll left and right, creating circles with your lower back, giving it a nice massage. And grab for the outer parts of your foot for happy baby, bringing your knees in close to your armpits, keeping your lower back down on the ground. Again, rock back and forth, giving that lower body some love. Maybe you practice straightening one leg out and then the other, seeing how your hamstrings are feeling this morning. Maybe opening up your legs a little to get a inner thigh stretch. Just have fun with this. This is your good morning. Say hello to your body and happy baby. Nice. Keeping the hand grip on your right leg, slowly release the left leg down. So for me, I can't bend my leg or I can't straighten my leg totally. If it feels better for you, take your two kind of like gun fingers in between your big toe and your middle toe and grab the big toe here. That feels a little better for my leg. So we're in this hand to foot posture, reclined hand to foot posture. You should be feeling this in your right hamstring, maybe even in your right calf if you're flexing the foot. Option to take it even deeper bend in that right leg if your hamstrings are a little tighter today. Keeping that left hip on the ground, slowly guide the right foot to the right side of your mat, all the way down, just hovering a few inches above the ground. So this is opening up into that right hip. Again, take as generous of a bend in your right knee as possible or as needed. Keeping that left hip solid to the ground, so you're just focusing on this right hip opener. Beautiful. Slowly bend your knee. Bring both knees into your chest, relax the hand grip. And this time grab your left big toe with your left hand and release the right leg long down behind you or in front of you. Again, breathe here. Bend as much as you need to in your left leg. Just feel this in your hamstring. Nice. The intense hamstring stretch for the beginning of class. So just acknowledge how it feels and acknowledge that it will feel a little different in a few more minutes. Slowly keeping your right hand pressing down on that right hip. Guide the left foot to the left side of your mat, hovering a few inches off of the ground, opening up into that left hip. Breathe deeply. Again, play around with it. Maybe this is a more mobile stretch for you than anything. I like stillness here, but feel what feels good to you. Can you pull it one more inch further to the left? Slowly bend into that knee, let go of the hand, hug both knees in, and rock and roll to have a seat at the top of your mat. Whew. Okay, inhale up to mountain. Bring your arms above your head, a seated mountain, arms above your head, shoulders down. Using your right hand, grab your left wrist and slowly bend to the right. Feeling this in our left side obliques, maybe a little bit in our shoulders. Keep both hands back in line with your ears. A little deeper, keeping both butt cheeks on the ground. Don't let the left one rise up. Inhale up to mountain, reset. Exhale, grab the right wrist with the left hand and bend to the right. Again, this adds a little bit of an arm stretch as well as the oblique stretch. And in all these bends, you don't want to just pull yourself to one side or the other. You really want to reach up and then to the left or right. And then slowly release both. Maybe shake out your arms a little. Twisting to the right, slowly bring your right shoulder behind you, grab the mat behind you, and use your left hand to push away from the top of your right knee. Maybe gaze behind you. Make sure you have a beautiful flat back here. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. You don't want to lean back into that right hand, but use that right arm as a kind of tripod stand just to prop you up a little. One more inch deeper. Yes, you can. And then switch sides, slowly swing your arms to the left, using the left knee this time as a kickstand. Breathing deeply, sit up nice and tall. Just a few more breaths here. I love twisting. We did a lot of twisting in this last sequence. I felt bad giving it up. A little deeper, move that shoulder 1 inch further back. This should not be super relaxing. Make it a little intense. And then relax back to center. Coming onto tabletop, coming onto your knees, stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Take some wrist stretches. So we practiced a whole bunch of these last class, so you should have a few in your toolbox. I like to start off by 90 degrees to the left and right with my hands rocking side to side, seeing how long my horizontal swaying can be. And then once that feels good, I turn them again to 90 degrees. So my fingers this time are facing my knees and I sway vertically. Maybe the heels of your hand pop off here. That's encouraged. It's okay. Just take what you need to do today to open up into your wrists. The last one I'm going to do is then flipping my palms so they're facing up and fingers are facing one another and taking little circles. We spend a lot of time on our wrists and never ever open them up to the way that we should. Wrists are definitely underloved parts of our bodies, so we're giving them a little love now. One more breath. And then flip your hands back to a neutral tabletop and take a few cat-cows here. Inhale, look up, stick your butt out. This is cow. Exhale, round forward like an angry cat puffing up from the heels of your hands. Inhale, look up, beautiful core stretch. Exhale, round, beautiful back stretch. Again, these are on your own time. Beautiful, guys. Inhaling up to cow, exhaling down to cat. Nice. Find a neutral tabletop pose, find a flat spine. Bring your hands a few inches in front of you and pop up into a high plank. Holding the high plank here. So I see a few new folks today. This is a hard class. So whenever things get a little bit too hot, option to always drop down to your knees, take a modification, whatever you need today. We're in high plank now. Using just your toes, move your whole upper body in a circle. Just using your toes and your heels. This is kind of like a wrist stretch in itself. So I was taking mine to the right, take it to the opposite side. That means I'm going to the left this time, counterclockwise. Whew, really heating up our shoulders. Always option to take this on your knees and just holding the plank there. Beautiful. One more breath. Find a neutral high plank. Engage your core, flat spine, sending all of your energy from the heels of your foot all the way behind you. And slowly bend your elbows all the way down, nice and slow, so you hit the ground totally. Preparing for a cobra, keeping your hands where they are. Peel your upper body off of your mat. So you're attempting to stand from the waist up, engaging your glutes here. So the difference between cobra and upward facing dog is your whole lower body is on the ground in cobra. In upward facing dog, we flip our toes and our knees and thighs hover. This is a more relaxed version, I would say. I love cobra. Push a little further with the heels of your hands so you get a little taller, shoulders down, chin up. Feel nice, tall, and proud here. Beautiful. And then slowly fold, wave down, back down. Curl your toes under, using your hands, push straight up into high plank. That's like a little push up, and then push all the way back into downward facing dog, sending your hips behind you, taking generous bend in your knees, slight bend in your elbows, relax your neck. And take your dog for a walk here. Take a few seconds to rise one heel up, one heel low, bending deeply into your knees and maybe straightening them, finding a neutral point between the two. Play around with it again. This is your class to have fun with. See how your body's feeling today. Move, have fun with it. And when you're ready, find stillness. Let's take one big breath together. Inhale through your nose, get nice and tall. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Preparing for a little circuit here. Come into high plank, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Slowly lower your elbows down, bend all the way until cobra. Flip your toes all the way up to cobra. Inhale, exhale, wave back down, flip your toes, push up, into high plank, and then back into downward facing dog. That's the whole sequence. We're going to try that a few more times. So shift forward into high plank. Bend your elbows slowly, 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 all the way up to Cobra. Inhale, exhale, wave forward, flip your toes again, push up into high plank, and then back down into downward facing dog. Take a quick breath. Inhale. Exhale, round forward to high plank, bend, 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 all the way down into Cobra, flip the toes, nice, strong and tall, Cobra, forward, all the way back down, push up into high plank, and down into downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, look up, all the way up to high plank. Exhale, bend, 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 all the way down. Inhale, up to Cobra, chest up, chin up. Exhale, all the way down. Push up into high plank, exhale, downward facing dog. Take a quick breath 1 more time, all the way up to high plank, shoulders over wrists, bend, 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 bend your elbows all the way down to Cobra. Inhale up to Cobra, nice, tall, and proud. Can you push up 1 more inch? Exhale, forward fold, not a forward fold, a chest fold. Push straight up into high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ooh, okay, now we should be heated up. That was the goal of this whole sequence. Bring your toes together to touch in the middle of your mat in downward facing dog. Inhale your right toes high. Exhale, round forward, knee to nose. So you're in this kind of pseudo high plank with your shoulders over your wrists and your knee as close to your nose as possible. Point those right toes and pulse here for a few seconds. Pulse, 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 pulse. Beautiful. Inhale, back up to 3-legged dog. Send the right leg up and nice and high. Exhale, round forward, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog, nice and high. Exhale, knee to nose. Let's take a few more of those. Inhale, up, nice big stretch. Exhale, round forward, beautiful crunch. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Let's do 3, forward. 2, meet me in 3-legged dog. Forward, and 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Hold it here. Preparing for fallen triangle. We're going to slowly bend into your right leg. Bring it in between your left hand. So moving my hips to the left, in between your left leg and your left hand, and place it straight down on the ground. Whew, in front of you. Now that we're just on our right hand. Fallen triangle. This is really hard. We're going to hold it just for a few seconds. We're only on our right hand and our left leg. Whew. Can you raise your right leg off the ground a few inches? That is impossible, but I think you can do it. Yes, Thomas. Yes, Katie, breathe. Woo! We're here for 4, 3, 3-legged dog, and 2, and 1. Plant the left hand down. Inhale the right leg, nice, tall, and proud to 3-legged dog, and step it between your hands, kneeling crescent. Uncurl your left toes, left knee on the ground, rise up to kneeling crescent. Are we all here together? Yes, okay. Beautiful. That was really hard. Fallen triangle is really hard. I totally get that. So we'll only try that 1 more time on the other side, I promise. So we're in kneeling crescent. Drop your right hand down. Maybe it touches the mat, and reach to the left, to the right with your left hand. We'll take a break here for a second. Get a nice, beautiful left side stretch. I love this one. I feel this all the way down into my left hip. Nice. 1 more breath. Sink a little lower. Come up into this neutral mountain pose. Right hand meets the left. Find a basket grip and flip your palms so they're facing up to the ceiling. Then puff your chest up, sink your hips even lower, and look up. So you're creating this kind of cow back bend with your whole upper body. Sink your hips even lower. Feel this amazing stretch all the way down to your left hip. Can you bring your arms behind you even more for an added shoulder stretch? Beautiful. Inhale here. Big movement, but beautiful movement. From here, we're going to round forward into a kind of cat position in half splits. So inhale here. Exhale, cat half splits, using your arms to come in front of you, rounding forward above your right leg, flexing the right toes off of the ground, straightening them. This is kind of a balance posture as well. Maybe uncurl your left toes to help you, or curl your left toes to help you here. So we're rounding forward like we practice in cat. earlier. And we're bending over our right leg, so we have a beautiful hamstring stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, rebend into the right leg all the way back up to where we were before in this cow kneeling crescent. Exhale, round forward into the cat half splits. Beautiful. Take a few of these rotations on your own time. Maybe you release your hands because the shoulder addition is really hard. The goal here is just to keep opening up into your core and your back, as well as your hamstrings and hips. Nice. Take each one slowly and fully. Really get into each posture completely before moving on to the next. Maybe you stay in one posture over the other, depending on what feels a little more yummy for you today. Nice. Whenever you're ready, meet me in the kneeling crescent. Release your hands down. Oh my gosh, that hurt my arms a little in a good way. And then preparing for lizard's pose, toe heel your right foot to the top right corner of your mat and plant both of your hands on the inside of your right foot. This is lizard's pose. Coming down onto your elbows is also lizard's pose. Coming onto your fists is also lizard's pose. Coming off of your left knee is also lizard's pose. So take whatever beautiful moderation you would like. Modification, not moderation. And just sway. Take little circles. Maybe bring your right knee further right. Maybe bring it closer to your tricep. Have fun with this. Explore your hips a little bit. Whew. Nice. Plant your hands down and straighten your arms if they weren't there already. Come onto your hands. And then just in one big swoop, bring your right foot back to meet your left in high plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway lift, all the way up to upward facing dog, the more extreme version of Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You've been here before. Take a minute to collect yourself, coming back to your breath. Beautiful. Bring big toes to touch at the center of the mat. Inhale the left leg nice and tall here. Exhale, round forward into this high plank, knee to nose, and pulse it here. So point your left foot. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Can you bring the knee even closer to your nose? Just a few seconds here. Inhale all the way back up to three-legged dog. Straighten that left leg behind you. Exhale, round forward into the knee to nose. Inhale up, get nice and tall, beautiful stretch. Exhale, crunch forward, beautiful ab engagement. Inhale up, exhale, round forward. Take a few of these rotations from three-legged dog to knee to nose on your own time, using your right foot to push you forward as you go into the knee to nose. Just a few more breaths here. Whew. And when you're ready, meet me in three-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, preparing for fallen triangle towards the right this time. Bend your left knee, slowly peeling your body to the right side wall, preparing to come on only to your left hand, stacking left shoulder over right wrist or over left wrist. Straighten that left leg in front of you. Right arm in line with left. Option to lift your left foot off the ground a few inches. See how that feels. This is really hard. Oblique engager. I'm sweating, I'm shaking, I'm breathing hard. Just for 4, 3, three-legged dog, and 2, and 1. Plant the right foot, hand back down. Inhale the left leg up to three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands, kneeling crescent. Uncurl your right toes, place the right knee down. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, hold it, setting it up, preparing for the bend on the left side. Slowly drop the left hand back down to the mat and reaching up and then left with the right arm. Whew. We all still here? I'm trying to integrate a little more stretching breaks. So we're bending to the left, right arm up, left hand down. Whew, I'm sweating, but now I'm in this beautiful stretch, so I feel better. Sink a little lower. If you have to hover your left hand off the mat, that's totally fine. Just get to your place of depth and stop there. Okay. Inhale up to this mountain pose from the waist up. Exhale, bring your hands together and push the palms up, preparing for these rotations. So from here, stick your hips forward even more. Stick your chest up even higher to create this beautiful back bend. Maybe bring your shoulders behind you even further, using your arms as leverage. Inhale. Exhale, round forward for this cat half splits piece in front of you. Nice. Maybe hold it for a second. And when you're ready to move on, bend into the left knee. Inhale all the way up to the beautiful back bend. Exhale, round forward, pushing your shoulders forward. I'm going to stay here for a few seconds because this one feels extra yummy for me, but take the rotations. Again, this is your practice. So stay in stillness or take the rotations or just ditch it entirely. Totally up to you. I love the way the kneeling crescent feels in my hip. I love the way the half splits feel on my left hamstring. A fun trick if you start to feel too much uncomfortable pressure on this standing knee or the sitting knee on my right side is to fold your mat over itself to add like an additional cushion. So feel free to do that. We're here for just a few more seconds. Again, take it as slow, as fast as you want. This feels really good for me. And then when you're ready, preparing for lizard's pose, release the hand grip. Find lizard's pose by toe heeling your left foot to the top left corner of your mat. So your left leg is in an obtuse angle, ankle over knee. Then place your hands on the inside of the left foot and have fun with this. If you want to activate your left or your right leg, pop up off of the right knee. If you want more of a hip, thigh, or inner thigh stretch, come down onto your elbows and sway back and forth. If your wrists are hurting, come onto fists instead. And just have fun with it. Sway, play around. Nice. Come onto your hands, straight arms if you weren't already. And then one big movement, bring your left foot behind you into high plank and take your chaturanga. Maybe that skips the push-up, maybe it skips the upward facing dog, but meet me in downward facing dog wherever you are. Take a few breaths here. See how your feet or your legs are a little warmer now. See if you can get your heels closer to the ground. Nice. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Then pop up, big movement here from this low lunge position, popping up into standing splits. Bring your left leg all the way up as high as you can go, relaxing your upper body over your right leg. You should feel this amazing stretch in your right hamstring. If you're looking for an added balance, maybe come on to just your fingertips, maybe one or two fingers. If you're looking for the full balance, maybe bring your hands to heart center, or maybe grab for your right ankle or right shin to guide you. Whew. From here, we're preparing for Shiva Squats. We haven't done Shiva Squats in a while, so I thought we needed to do some. This is the inhale. Exhale, bend into both knees, sending your hips nice and low so your left knee touches the back of your right knee. You're in this tiny little ball here. And then you exhale, pop up into half splits, standing splits. Beautiful. Inhale, lower tiny ball, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, push up all the way, straighten both legs. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We bend and extend and bend and extend. This is heating up our right leg, my right glute, my right thigh a lot. Here we go, just for 4, 3, yes you can, you're off at your own pace. In 2, hold it in high half splits, and 1, standing splits, hold it. Bend into your left knee, so much so that you can reach behind you and grab that left foot with your left hand, gently pull back so you feel this beautiful thigh stretch on the left side. Always bend your right knee just a little bit to give it a little more love. Whew. Breathing here. Again, if you want the added balance, maybe come up onto your right fingers, maybe come off of the right hand entirely. So many beautiful choices here. Nice. Breathe, relax. Let your neck hang heavy. And preparing for dancer's pose. Bring your hand to the inside of your left foot this time, bending into the right knee all the way up to dancers. So your right arm rises. We're creating this beautiful back bend with our left leg. We're not going to hold this long. I promise my right leg is killing me already. Can you kick up even higher while also keeping your chest up nice and tall and proud? Whew. Inhale here. 1 inch taller. Exhale, release into warrior 3. Bring your right arm to meet your left in front of you. Yes, you can. And take little pulses with your right knee. I swear we're going to get off our right leg in a minute. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center because it's a little easier for me today. But take the right pulses or just keep the warrior 3. That's hard enough. Just for 4. Neutral warrior 3 and 2. And 1, neutral warrior 3. Slowly bend into the right leg so you come down onto your left leg behind you. All the way down, straighten the right leg into Skandasana. Woo! Are we all here together? Doesn't that feel good to get off of our right leg? Skandasana. If you can't get into the full posture, which is like hovering your butt right above the ground, come into this higher version. The goal, or just come all the way down and lift your heel. There are so many different versions of it, so just own whichever one feels good for you today and play around with it. Maybe option to take the bind by bringing your left arm behind you, wrapping your right arm behind your back, maybe looking up. Woo! I've come into a seat. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. And in one big movement, come up all the way to stand into the star position, straightening both legs and arms up nice and high. Big movement into star. Inhale. Exhale, bend into both knees, goddess pose, goddess squat. And take a few little pulses here. Stacking your shoulders over your hips, you're creating a very flat spine. Engage your core. Just for a few seconds. Find stillness as low as you can manage. Bring your hands to your thighs, and we're going to take some of these shoulder dips. So dip your left shoulder down, twisting to the right. Can you get even deeper? Gosh, this feels so good. Back to center, right shoulder down, twist to the left. Take a few of these on your own time. Again, staying in whatever position feels a little bit better for you if needed. This feels super good in my upper body, even though my lower body is cooking. Take one more round. Yes, you can. Nice. And slowly release, straightening your legs into wide-legged forward fold. Release your upper body over your lower body, feeling this in your hamstrings. If your head is touching the ground, adjust your stance. You don't want your head to touch the ground. You just want to feel a beautiful hamstring stretch. And play around with this too. Maybe you take opposite elbow to opposite hand. Maybe you find a basket grip behind your upper neck, lower head. Maybe use your hands to guide your chest closer to your thighs. And slowly bend into the right leg. So you come up into this lunge pose at the top of your mat. Using all of the power in your hands, send the right foot back down to meet the left and push back immediately into upward facing dog at the front of your mat. Nice. We're going to do that whole thing on the opposite side. Here we go. Bring your toes to touch at the top of your mat or at the back of your mat. Inhale your left toes nice, tall, and high this time. Exhale, bring them between your hands. Low lunge. Popping up into standing splits on the left side this time. Bringing your right leg nice, tall, and high. Relaxing your upper body over your lower. And breathe. I feel this even in my right hip. Relaxing my neck muscles down, maybe closing my eyes. This feels really good in my hamstring. What a relaxing posture. Preparing for the Shiva Squats, or option for the balance here first, coming up onto your fingers, maybe one finger at a time, maybe bringing your hands to heart center, maybe grabbing for your shin or your ankle. And then Shiva Squats. Slowly bend into both knees. So your right knee touches behind your left knee. Your hips are nice and low. Tiny, tiny ball. Inhale. Exhale, pop up into standing splits. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. This is all working your left glute, your left thigh, your left hamstrings. So isolate all of your body weight there. I'm only on my fingertips as I'm doing this. We're here for just a few more seconds. Here we go. For 4, can you get even tinier in your Shiva squat? For 3, nice big open mouth breaths here. For 2, just one more. Here we go. And 1, standing splits. Hold it here. Bend into the right knee. Grab the inside of your right foot with your right hand, or I guess outside, it doesn't matter. We're moving to the inside in a minute for this amazing right thigh stretch. Whew, this is a lot of pressure on my left foot. I acknowledge that. My left leg, a lot of blood is moving there now. Send it some love. Pull a little further on the right thigh, opening up even into the right hip. Breathe. Slowly move the hand to the inside of your foot if it wasn't there already. Bend into the left leg and rise up, or don't, and fall out of it. And rise up to dancer's pose on the right side. Bringing that right thigh nice and high, keeping the chest up and tall and proud, just creating this beautiful back bend here. Kick that thigh even higher. Yes, you can. Whew. My left leg is cooking. Find a place on the ground or the wall in front of you to stare at, an unmoving focal point to help guide your balance. Kick in a little higher and slowly release the hand to foot grip. Don't bring that right foot down. Coming into warrior 3, straightening the hands in front of you, straightening that right leg behind you. Maybe bring your hands to heart center for a little bit of an easier bend as we do these little pulses in our left leg. Yes, you can. Little pulses. Just a few here. And I swear we're going to get off our left leg for the rest of class. I mean, we won't come back to it this intensely. Here we go, just for 4. Yes, you can. For 3. Keep breathing. For 2. Skandasana to the back of your mat. And 1. Slowly bring your right foot back down to the mat, bending into the right knee. Beautiful. Are we all here? Yes. Awesome. Option to take the bind here, option just stay in Skandasana. There are a million different options here. Option to hover your hips a little higher. Option to just peel your heel off the ground. It wasn't until recently I could do Skandasana, and I never wanted to bring it to this class because I thought it was something easy that I couldn't do, when that's not true. It's something hard that a lot of people can't do, and I still struggle with till this day. So take whatever position of Skandasana feels good for you today. If you took the bind, undo it and slowly pop up all the way to star. Inhale, nice big tall straight limbs. Exhale, slowly bend into the legs, hands through heart center, goddess pose. Bring your hand and begin to pulse here, just using your thighs. Keep your shoulders back in line with your hips. Whew. Nice. You all here? Cool. Sink a little lower. Yes, you can. And bring your hands to your thighs. Find stillness and take these shoulder dips. I'm going to flip my body so I can look at you. Beautiful. Same thing goes here. Take your time with this, really digging deep into your upper body. And then when you're ready, slowly straighten the legs and forward fold, wide-legged forward fold over your straight thighs. Same options. Let's try a twist this time. So bring your left hand to your right ankle and reach up with your right arm for this right side twist. Bring that right shoulder even further back. Hug into the left ankle even more. 1 more inch. And slowly come back to center, pendulum swing to the left. Grab the left ankle, reach across with the left arm. Dig even deeper. 1 more inch. Gosh, this feels so good. And release back to center. Slowly rock towards the front of your mat, rebend into the left foot this time, planting your hands down, push back into high plank, take your last chaturanga of class. Maybe you skip upward facing dog, maybe you don't. Meet me in downward facing dog, wherever you are. Nice. Beautiful. Inhale your right toes high. Exhale, pigeon pose on the right side. Bring your right knee to your right wrist. Bring that right ankle a little more forward, so you're in a 45-degree angle with your right leg. And forward fold over your right knee. This is pigeon posture. Feel this amazing release in your right glute. If you want a little more hip work, you can come to stand in the pigeon posture, moving that left foot further back, left leg further back, and getting an additional left hip stretch if your hips are tight like mine. At this point in class, we've come to the surrender portion. So bring either a closed eye or a soft gaze. Begin to relax. Come up onto your hands if you weren't there already, and just quickly switch out your legs. We don't need to go back into downward facing dog. Just come into a high plank, switch them out. This time, left knee forward. Option to sit up nice, tall, and proud, or option to sleep your pigeon by bending over your left ankle. You've made it. Begin to slow down here. 45 minutes of giving your body some love, giving your body and your soul some attention, making space for flexibility and strength and balance. So many beautiful aspects to yoga. One more breath. Beautiful. Come to have a seat on your butt, preparing for butterfly pose, bringing your feet together to touch, kind of like we were in Supta Baddha Konasana, and bend forward over your splayed out thighs. All these bends forward are actually just more like tilts forward. So you want to keep a flat back if you can do so. So you're just hinging from your hips. Maybe use your elbows to open up into your knees a little more. Nice. Come up to sit tall and proud. Extend your right leg long and bend forward or hinge forward over the right hamstring. I like to bring my left arm nice and tall and twisting open to the left to add a left side oblique stretch, because my obliques never get enough stretching. Slowly rise up to stand and switch it out. Left leg goes long, right foot comes in, bend forward over the left leg, maybe open up into the right arm. Beautiful. 2 more breaths here. Nice. Slowly rise to stand and come on to your back. All the way back down. Hug both knees into your chest. Extend your right leg long. Supine twist to the right. Use your right hand to guide the left knee to the right side wall, creating a lower back twist. How beautiful is this? Breathing deeply, close your eyes. Twist a little deeper, unwinding from this beautiful practice. Come back to center, hug both knees in for a quick spinal squeeze. Extend the left leg long this time, using your left hand to guide the right knee to the left side wall. Stapling the right shoulder in the ground. 1 more inch. Yes, you can. Feel this amazing release in your lower back. Nice. And slowly come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Make connection with your forehead to the knees. You're in the tiniest ball possible. Inhale here. Even more air. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Shavasana. Legs, arms long. Maybe shimmy your shoulders underneath your heart like we practiced earlier. Take up space. Take note of all the places your body makes connection with the mat or the ground below you. Take note of your connection to the earth, connection to yourself. Bring your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me for these past 45 minutes. It's always such a pleasure to learn from you, to watch you, and practice with you. This hand to belly and heart connection. Give your body some gratitude. Thank it for doing some new things it's never done before, or trying things again, or just enjoying movement. With that, slowly come to have a seat at the top of your mat. Crisscross applesauce. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank you again. Thank yourself again for dedicating some time for your body and your heart and your soul. You bring your hands to your third eye center. We bow forward and we say namaste.